we're not going to be able to seed for the next few days because it's going to be raining. And here's the 690 T coming out the junction right now, so we should actually drive right past us. Forgot to turn the beacons on, not that we need them. Here he is. Hello. What are you doing? Hello, Massey. Hello everybody, and welcome back to Simulate Gaming, and welcome back to Chellington Farm here on Farming Simulator 17. Now today, we're pretty much going to be, first of all, unloading this harvester, because we're going to take this down to another field, but we're also going to be getting a well, not a brand new tractor, I shouldn't say that. We're also going to be getting a new tractor, so we're trading in we're trading in our Zetor, and we are going to be getting something older, but more powerful, so I think it should work better, and hopefully you guys will like it as well. In fact, I'm pretty sure you will. So we're just unloading this harvester right now, and what we're going to do actually is send this guy home as well actually. So send driver home, there we go. And we'll get this pipe folded in here, if I can remember what button it was. I think it was this one, there we go. So get that folded away, and we'll get that folded away, and we need to quickly go find the header trailer before we go and swap out our trailers. Once again, I have my funky pyjama bottoms on. I hope you guys like that. You seem to have found that quite funny last time for some reason. I'm having a lazy day. It's currently Sunday the time I'm recording this. Now I have finally put together not a plan, but a theory of what my series are going to be. So, Cobra Pot Farm is dedicated to animals and all that good stuff. So, as you can tell, in the last episode, the day before recording this, the video that went up was the one where we bought our sheep. So that is going to be, yeah, Cobra Pot Farm is going to be animals. And this one, well, this one's about to get replaced with Sandy Bay, but this OxygenDavid maps basically, so this one will be replaced by Sandy Bay, but they're going to be my realistic arable Let's Plays. So what I mean by that is we have the Seasons mod installed. Now, the Seasons mod is not out yet, guys, so please don't ask, because I know there was a few comments last time. It is in for private testing at the moment. Just go ahead and put this into reverse here, because we're going to try and get the header trailer without destroying our crops. So yes, the Seasons mod really does change the game dramatically. So for example, we have to plant in the spring, harvest in the... oh gosh, keep reversing. So basically, yeah, we plant in the spring, and then we can't harvest it until autumnish or late summer. So that is what we're going to be doing with this. Now, winter is also a thing. I've gone way too far. Dang it. What was that thing I was saying about realistic playing? Well, we just ruined that already. Right. So yes, we have to take the seasons into consideration. Winter, we can barely do anything. And we have to make sure we're stocked up for the winter as well, because the animals take a lot more food in the winter than they do, for example, in the summer. They eat a lot less in the summer. So that's one. We've got to take all this stuff into consideration when we're doing it. Let's go ahead and disconnect this again, and we'll get this header put onto the header trailer. So yeah, we've got to think of all these things. Well, not unfortunately, it's good, but it means we actually have to think about what we're doing. We have to plan ahead and all that good stuff. We're not going to put that on Cobra Pot Farm, because that, one, would make the series identical, and two, I want to vary it up a little bit. So it's just going to be, Cobra Pot Farm is just going to be like plant whatever we want whenever we want, but it's going to be based around the animals, looking after the animals and all that good stuff. So yeah, that's the plan. Just to quickly get this on. Put it into reverse here. Awesome. So that is now ready to go into our next field. But before we do that, we will go ahead and... that's not actually on the trailer very well. It'll do. It's not really on it very well. So yes, we'll go ahead and put this on to the combine real quick. And then we will go ahead and jump into today's video. So we are going to be planting the last of our fields. Now I know we're harvesting in spring, which doesn't make sense because of what I just said, but that's because these fields are already here. So from now, pretty much, if I had to see this mod from the beginning, we would have done it properly. But because these fields are already here, then we have to get rid of them before we can actually start playing properly. So let's jump into. Okay, so here's the JCB. Actually, we're going to stop the JCB here real quick, because he has now unloaded the last of the grain from that. So we're going to go ahead and move this out the way real quick. Close that, close that. Right, so the Zetor is ready to be sold down here. We're taking the Massey Ferguson down as well, because we are putting dual wheels on it. Because we're going to be doing a lot of ploughing and all that good stuff. We could have technically put it on the JCB. In fact, shall we put it on the JCB? Right, slight change of plan. Yes, we are going to be putting it on the JCB instead, and the Massey Ferguson will be doing the carting from now on. So let's go ahead, first of all, and jump into our Zetor, or Zetor, however you want to say it. And we're going to start it up. Now, I love the sound of this. Listen. Hopefully that comes out in the video. Love the sound of it. It's a shame to get rid of it, but it's not doing anything. We have it purely for fertilising, so it's just pointless having, unfortunately. So we're going to go ahead and get this. In fact, no, we'll take one last drive down. We'll drive this down for the one last time, and then we'll get the JCB on to follow me. So just tab through to the JCB. We'll get the trailer disconnected. We'll get that off. I don't know why four-wheel drive's on. The Courseplay seems to do that even when it's on the road for some reason. Okay, and we will get this on to follow me. I can do that with a touch of a button now, which is nice. Cool. So yes, for the final time, guys, we are heading down to the store right now, and I'm going to buy something, but not show you what it is, so it's a bit of a surprise for you guys. And I'll see you at the store. Okay, everybody, so we're just heading towards the store now. Now, first of all, you may notice I've changed clothes. That's not the only thing that's changed. It's a completely brand new day in real life. Unfortunately, while recording yesterday, I had a phone call, so I had to nip out. It was an emergency, so we had to nip out, and yeah, so I had to nip out. So that's why there was no video on Monday, but hopefully you guys are okay with that. So we're at the store, and we're selling the Z-Tour, as you guys already know, and this is our new tractor. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back the Massey Ferguson 698T. Yes, I told you I've been working hard on them, guys, and yeah, it won't be out just yet, because I know that's going to be the comment section. Guys, this is not just from me, this is from all moderators. Please give us time. The mods will be out when they're out. We can't put out broken mods. You guys will moan if they're broken, all that good stuff. So yes, they have to be finished. So if I can release it, if Matt XJS, who's the original author of the 698, says I can release it, then it'll be out as soon as it's finished. There's a couple of things I need to do. But yes, we're selling the Z-Tour right now. So at the moment we're on £57,000. We sell this and we get an extra £50,000. Let's go ahead and sell this. And now we have 106,000, which is nice. Now we do, of course, need to see if we can put dual wheels on the JCB. I'm pretty sure you can't, but we'll give it a go. I can't say I've ever tried, to be fair, but if we can, then we're going to whack them on. And our Harvester is stuck in traffic. So off camera, I did set up the Courseplay for the Harvester. So that's going on in the background currently, so we'll quickly go see what he wants after we check if we can modify this JCB, or if not, I bet it selects the weight. Ready? Every time it selects the implement, not the tractor. Oh, it didn't this time. Wheel setup. Weight. Yeah, we can only have weights, unfortunately. That kind of sucks. I was hoping for dual wheels. Dang it. We can change the colour of the rim. We can only have JCB yellow or silver. I'm going to keep them silver, because how much is it? 500 quid. I'm not paying that. So we're going to... should we put on the wheel weights? Surely that's going to sink us into the ground even more. We're gonna get it. So for £1,300, we're gonna get the wheel weights here. Once again, a bit gutted that we couldn't put the duals on, but there is our brand new weights on the back here. I'm pretty sure we should have bought the Massey because you can put duals on the Massey, but even then, this is more powerful, so it wouldn't make sense. And it's kind of disconnected the weight there for some reason. Let's go ahead and get it connected again. Get it started up here. And we'll get this on to follow me, because we are going to drive back the Massey for the first time. Now, just an announcement before I get into the Massey, and this is one of the things I need to fix that I said it wasn't ready. The IC is not working just yet, so we will see the IC dots, but the IC won't actually work. I need to put it forward a little bit before the JCB recognises the tractor. There we go, so now he's on follow me. So yes guys, the JCB, I got the revs up a bit high there. So the 698T is back. The last time we used this was in Massey Farm Extended on Farm Sim 15. But it's good to be back. I am going to be giving it a retexture, because this texture looked quite good in 15, but not so good in 17. So yes, it will be getting a slight retexture by the time it's out. The front weight is still not converted for this, because that's a bit hard because it's got scripts in it. So yes, I will show you whilst we're here, guys. The normal 698 is also finally working in Farm Sim 17 with the two-wheel drive front wheels. They got the same problem so far. They've just got different wheels, so I need to work on both of them. But as you can see, it's all looking pretty good. So let's go ahead and jump into her. It looks horrible on 17, the inside. So we do need to do some work. Like I said a second ago, if I hide the HUD here, the IC dots are in the tractor, but it doesn't actually have IC. So all things we need to fix, but it is working. Exhaust particles is another thing that I need to add. I want to get some big black smoke pouring out of it. So yes, it's all coming together, guys. Not like I said, not ready just yet, but it is slowly coming together. So we have swapped out the Z-Tool for this, because it's got a bit more guts than the Z-Tool. There's another IC dot there. So yes, this all will be fixed by the time it gets released, guys. Do not worry. If it's released, of course. Once again, I can't actually promise it's ever going to come out. It's all up to Matt, who's the guy who made the body for it in the modding competition for Farm Sim 15. Right, so this is our 698T, guys. What I'm going to do is drive this back to the farm, and I'll meet you there. Right, okay, everybody, so we are now back at the yard as indicating. Wow, these indicators are bright. I like you to turn them down. Ah, here we are. Finally good to have her back on the farm. Now, first of all, guys, that Massey Ferguson that was parked in that corner, everyone was saying was just a model. It wasn't. It was actually a drivable Massey. It was just horrifically broken. So I left it there just as a little teaser. But they are finally working out. But I've decided to go with the T because we could do it with the four-wheel drive function. There we go. You can just see it above the fuel there. I think it's got diff locks. Yes, it has. So what we're going to do is do some fertilising in this, and we'll go do some seeding in the JCB. So let's quickly get the JCB out of our way, because I always stop them there, and then they're in the way, and then we have to move them anyway. So yes, field number 1, the field that kept crashing our game, is now grass. So we can go ahead and fertilise that, so we'll get more grass yield out of it. For some reason, like I said, if you haven't watched any of my previous episodes, I had a problem with field number 1. We're going to ignore that Massey Ferguson combine and hope that he manages to save himself. So let's go ahead and pick this fertiliser spreader up first of all. It should still have fertiliser in it, I'm hoping. No, it doesn't. Not very much at all. Let's go ahead and fill up. I think we've got one bag left. So we'll go ahead and fill up with that one bag. Like so. Where is the bag? Here it is. So we can actually, without using a telehandler, just fill it up. A bit unrealistic, but it works either way. Let's go ahead and move that camera around a minute. Oh, gosh. Move back. Right, so I'm not sure which button actually fills this up. That's the wrong button. We'll just do it with the keyboard, because I'm not sure which button does which at the moment. I think it might have been 15, but don't quote me on that. Right, so that is all of our fertiliser gone now, so we have to buy some more. The pallet has disappeared. We're gonna, once again, I keep trying to tab through to the combine, but we're going to leave it. Hopefully he can sort himself out. Right, so yes, we are going to head down to field number 1 right now, guys, and start fertilising. So like I said at the beginning of the video, I'm trying to get into the habit of doing less jump cuts, because I have another, like I said, Sandy Bay and Chellington's going to be very different to the Copper Pot Farm Let's Play, and that's going to involve less jump cuts. So I have to talk slower so I don't get my words twisted. Good start. Basically, guys, I end up talking too fast and just getting tongue-tied, so I'm trying to slow down, keep it nice and chilled. So let's. Oh, I just need a scarecrow there. Very nice indeed. So here is our grass field, although it's it has grown kind of. It's not finished just yet, and that Massey Ferguson thing is annoying me. So we may tab through and see what he's up to. But yes, this is field number 1. Like I said, I turned it into grass because it was crashing our game. So I'm going to quickly tab through and see what that guy's all about. Okay, for some reason my tractors keep turning off. Now the only problem with this, guys, is I do not... Oh, by the way, yes, I should probably show you the startup sound still here, so I'm going to be quiet whilst I start up the Massey again. Listen up. There we go. Oh, I just turned... I pushed the wrong button then. I was meant to press the camera button. So there we go. The sounds are back. The smoke isn't working just yet, so my plan is once it starts, like when it ticks over, so we have the starting sound, and once it actually catches and goes, there's going to be black smoke pouring out the exhaust for a couple of seconds, and then it'll calm down. That's my plan, but I haven't got it working just yet. I have been playing around, and I've managed to break it all together. There's not actually any fumes coming out the exhaust at all, which is annoying. Right. So let's go ahead here and turn on the spreader. Number 4, I think it is. Yes, it is. Cool. I'm actually going to zoom out a little bit. So this shouldn't take too long, guys, because it's we're spraying. And we're doing a headland at the end, which is why we are not getting the edge just yet. So yes, how are you guys doing? So once again, sorry about the jump cut. Basically, an alarm went off in work, and I am the closest person to work, so I had to go down there and find out what the alarm was about. And we are through the trees. There we go. Yeah, I'm not really going to tell you anything else because it's private, confidential, but yeah, someone did break in. So that was that. Oh my gosh, the Massey Ferguson's back. Guys, you do not understand how much headaches I've had with this tractor, both tractors. They've just not been working at all. We've finally got it working now. So hopefully it's worth it, because I've really want to release it to you guys, but of course it's not up to me anymore, it's up to Matt. He did give you permission to release it on 15, so I can't see why he wouldn't let me do it on 17, but it's still courteous to ask anyway. Right, okay everybody, so we are now coming up towards the end of this field now. We've got 58 litres left, so not very much at all. So I'm going to start saving it actually. We're going to turn it off now and go into our, what is hopefully our final pass here. If we can line it up properly, it should be. Unless we're going to have a little smudge on the end, hopefully we have enough of that. And then after that, we're going to start our seeding. Because basically, guys, it is spring, as you can tell, up in the top right-hand side of the screen. Which means all of our planting must be done in the spring. What the seasons mod does allow... I'm just going to get rid of the rest of this, by the way, guys. That's why I'm still going. Just about empty the whole tank. Basically, what the seasons mod does allow as well is for winter crops. So winter barley and winter wheat. So we will be doing them as well, do not worry. So we're not going to be completely jobless during the winter time. Although we have to plant that in autumn. So hopefully we can get it all harvested and that by then. So yeah, we're heading back towards the yard here. That's one thing I need to fix about this, is the cameras. The FOV... Oh, I just missed my turning. The FOV is a bit too close at the moment, so I need to go ahead and adjust that. Well, not necessarily the FOV, but the how far forward the camera is. Now I also need to get the dials working. That never worked in 15, and I'm determined to get it to work in 17. There's only one, which I believe is the RPMs, so I'm going to look into that. They've got fuel and that on the other side, so I'll see if I can get them to work. And I wonder about the lights actually. I wonder if I can get the lights to work. That's another thing I'm going to look into. But anyway, we are back at the yard right now. So that was the Massey Ferguson's first job with us. Obviously not the first job ever, because he's a very worn tractor, as you can tell. But yes, it's good to have her back on the team. I've missed her. I haven't used her since Knavesville Farm Extended. Very nice. But anyway, we are now going to jump into something a bit more modern now, which is... Which side do you get in? This side. We'll jump into JCB and get the seed drill all hooked up. Wherever I put that. I think it was at the bottom shed. Just go ahead and get that. And we are going to be seeding... I don't know, actually. What are we going to be seeding? I have no idea. We'll just play it by ear, basically. We'll play it by ear. I think we're going to plant... It has to be something with a normal header, because we don't actually have a corn header just yet. We're going to save up for one of them eventually. But we'll go ahead and get the seed drill hooked up. Anyway, I'm not sure how much is left inside of this. Hopefully enough for this one job here. Let's go ahead and get it hooked up. That's not what I wanted to do. There we go. And she's pretty much full, actually. So how do we change our seeds here? Ah, there we go. So that's how we change our seeds. It's button number 10 for future reference. What's that? I don't know what that is. So we've got grass, wheat, barley, canola, soybeans. What is that? Is that pop? Oh, it's poplars, I think. Is that poplars? I don't know. We're going to go with soybeans, because I haven't done any soybeans just yet, and you get a very good yield out of them if you if you treat them properly. So we've got a nice ploughed field, and we're not going to cultivate it because this also does cultivating as well. So yeah, this field should take up most of the video, whether you guys are going to get bored or not. But basically, my new series, which is this one now, was this like a trial run for Sandy Bay. What did I just press? This is basically going to be a lot more realistic than the Cobblepot Farm one. This is going to be seasons into consideration. It's going to be a lot less jump cuts, more of a vlog style thing. So think of George Saunders. Just think George Saunders styled videos, and that's pretty much what we are going to be doing on Sandy Bay and Chellington. And then Cobblepot Farm will just be our fun map, and we can do what we want when we want, basically, with that. So good job we got our wheel weights on, so it should give us a bit more grip on the back end there. Now we could have fertilised this first, actually. I think that's actually why I got the 698T to begin with, but I forgot. And we need to get a better spreader, because that one's tiny. So I think we may get a sprayer next, because that works well, especially in the summertime with the Seasons mod. And I think we're just going to randomly start here for now. I know this is a bit random, but should do us okay. Let's go ahead and get GPS open. We'll set it like that. Restart that. Why is the working width like that? Cool. So that's apparently our working width. I'm not too happy on... The problem with this map doesn't have multi-terrain angle, so it's going to look rubbish if I actually do the length of the field. So we do it. So that's actually how we want it, but the patterns look out diagonal. I think that's going to be have to be a risk we're going to have to take, I'm afraid, because I want to do this as efficiently as possible. Let's go ahead and get it started up here. Nice. Get GPS on, and we will finally. That was the wrong button, simply. And we'll lower her. Cruise control on. I'm still getting used to all the new buttons, guys. Bear with me. And we're away. So yes, we are now planting soybeans on this field here. The fact the print doesn't look that bad. It's a bit diagonal, but it doesn't look that bad. So yes, we're away. So this has to be planted in spring. And as you can see, it is nearly the end of spring, actually, so we need to hurry up. Is that as fast as we can go? Apparently not. How fast can we go with the seed drill one? We are in a fast track, so it should be able to handle it. Whether the seed drill can or not, that's another story. So 12. Way too fast in real life, but this is a game, so it should do us alright. So yes, we're going to get this all planted down, and should have it ready to go by autumn. Summertime is going to be a time where we're meant to focus on our animals, but of course we don't really have any animals. We are going to be getting animals. I know I say Cold Pot Farm is based around the animals, but we are getting animals for Chellington as well. Maybe I should have done this the other way around. Maybe I should have done seasons on Cold Pot Farm, but never mind. We're going to stop here, get it lifted up here, and we will go into our next lane, which is going to be this one here. So we'll do this one in third person, and then we'll do the next two in first person, and that should please both style of viewers. Some people like watching me do it in third person, some like it in first, etc, etc. So yes, we should please everyone this way. Now, I am planning a live stream soon. Fortunately, my live stream is going to have to be either a Saturday or a weekday. And if it's going to be a weekday, it's more than likely going to be a Tuesday. So I'm definitely 100% not working. It could be a Friday, but Landy Kid streams on a Friday, which is why I said Saturday, because Landy Kid doesn't stream on a Saturday. So it's either going to be Tuesday or Saturday. Let me know in the comment section below, guys, what you would prefer, Tuesday or Saturday. My stream time is and always will be 7 PM, so it'll be 7, if my internet will handle it, 7 till 9 on both days. So Tuesday or Saturday, let me know which we prefer, because I know some of you are quite young that watch this, so you may have to be in bed by 9, so I want to make sure I get as much people pleased as possible. And we will start here. So I'm planning 2 headlands, but we are overshooting purposely, so it's a bit easier for us when it does come to doing the headland. Good. And we will do some in first person here. I hope if I put it into forward. Right then. Let's go into here like that. Let's get GPS on. Lower it down. And we'll begin our next row in first person. It's 12 degrees here in spring. Very sunny. So it should last. In fact, how do we get the weather report up? I think it was Alt F. Yeah, it is Alt F. Ooh, we need to get as much done as we can, guys, because if you can see, the rest of the week is raining. So, yes, we need to get as much done today as we can. So, luckily, it's on times 1. So, it looks like we're going to be working through the night, unfortunately. Doesn't say what time it starts. So, we may have to hopefully just work until early hours of Tuesday, because it won't be sunny again until Sunday, but then the ground will probably be wet. And I'm not just saying that in a roleplay sense, it will actually be wet. That's how the Seasons mod works. so we may not be able to seed again until Tuesday next week. Oh, it's going to be annoying. It's going to be very, very annoying. Right, let's quickly jump out here because I don't want the camera to go through the trees. Right guys, so we're just coming up towards the end of this pass now. As you can see, I've done about 4 more since I, well, hopefully it's going to be a time lapse depending on how long the video is going to be. But taking the weather into consideration, so we'll get it back up again so you can see, we won't be able to properly seed again until about Tuesday next week if the rain is heavy. So what we're going to do is stop at the end of this pass because we are going to swap the carting over to the 698. Let's quickly turn the JCB off here. Yes, we're going to tab over to the 700. We're going to tab over to the Massey real quick. We are going to save this course that he's on now, which is, what field is this? 15. So field 15 unload. We're going to quickly stop that, and we are going to disconnect the trailer. We're going to jump into the 698T. Now, we don't have to drive this down, luckily, because what we can do is just go to field 15, unload, nearest waypoint, and then send it down that way. Right, so 698T is now on its way down to field 15 to do the karting, and we need to jump into the Massey real quick. And where is the mouse? There we go. We actually are going to keep the course on for now, because this is going to be driving back. No, we'll drive back to the yard. We'll drive back to the yard, why not? So we've disconnected the trailer so the 698T can pick it up. I probably shouldn't have left it there. We're about to do something very unrealistic and you guys are about to hate me. But, oh well. Here we go. We'll go through here. And we are going to drive down to the yard and collect the plough, possibly? Because we now need to plough field number 10 because, like I said, we're not going to be able to seed for the next few days because it's going to be raining. And here's the 698T coming out the junction right now, so we should actually drive right past us. Forgot to turn the beacons on, not that we need them. Here he is. Hello. What are you doing? Hello, Massey. So yes, we're switching jobs. This is going to be doing some ploughing on field number 10 so we can get the seeds done on that as well. And we should be good to go for spring because that's going to be all of our fields pretty much, apart from field 15, which I honestly don't think we're going to have time to seed. Hopefully we will. But we're not going to promise anything because I think it's going to take the rest of spring to harvest it because it's huge. If I show you on the map, guys, so we're currently harvesting field number 15 in the bottom right hand corner. As you can see, it's huge, and we're only on like the second headland at the moment, so it's probably going to take the whole of spring. Tractor 3. I've named that wrong in the XML file. So yes, it's going to take the rest of spring probably to get that harvested, so I don't think we're going to have time. So that instead, we're going to plough it anyway. We're going to cultivate it eventually. There's our seed fertilizer spreader. I left it there by accident. So that's going to be our winter crop. So we'll probably plant that in the autumn, and then we'll harvest it possibly spring, I think that will be. So winter will be growing, and we'll be tending to it. And then in the spring, it should be ready to harvest, and then we can do the same thing and get it back on track, sort of thing. What did I come here for? The plough. The question is, where did I store the plough? I cannot remember. Okay, here we go. There's the plough. Quickly get this turned around. We'll do that. Cool, and we'll pick up our plough. So, unfortunately, it is needed to be ploughed. We don't need to cultivate it because our seed drill luckily does cultivate it anyway. Let's go ahead and pick this up. Now, if you're wondering why we have a plough if we don't, a cultivator, sorry, if we don't need to cultivate, because our other seed drill, the one that does the corn and the sunflowers, does not cultivate. So that's what that's for. So we do need it sometimes, just rarely. And what I'm going to do real quick is save this 698, wherever you may be. Let's get you off this course here a minute. Oh, gosh, that was a bit weird. Quick, go. Takes a while to pull off this thing. I did code that in myself. It's meant to have a bit of lag, but I think I've put a bit too much lag in, if I'm honest. Right, let's get this trailer hooked up here. Now, at the moment, this tractor does have the wrong amount of horsepower, so I need to fix that. And what we can do, actually, is set this off to the proper harvester here. So we're going to go drive. There we go. So we're going to go here, put this onto the Massey Ferguson. field 15 unload. There we go. So now the 698 is officially carting. Who's that? I don't know who that is. Let me know in the comment section what we should name the guy in the black, because I have no idea. So that is the Massey Ferguson 698T sorted for the rest of the video, so he's going to hopefully do okay with that, and we will jump back into the 7700 and take this down to field number 10. Let's get it turned back on. For some reason, sometimes, stuff turns itself off, and I'm not sure why. Get our beacons on here, because we have a big plough on the back. For English farms, at least. Okay, so we'll head down to field number 10. So that's the plan. So field number 15, we will cultivate... we'll plough, sorry, after it's finished. But that'll probably be about summer, so we won't have time to plant because it won't grow in time. It means it will be harvesting in the winter, which won't work because it'll be too cold and wet and dingy. Maybe even snowy, who knows? That's a surprise coming later for you guys. So yes, what we're going to do is plough it, and that will be our winter field then. This field's coming along nicely. Keep forgetting to shut that gate. I should probably do that in a minute. So this will be ready to harvest in the autumn as per usual. I think we've got one more... Well, basically, Seasons mod, as you know, I'm testing it out for them, and it's still in work in progress. So the fertilising is actually a bit broken. At the moment, it's only one stage. It's meant to be normal 3-stage or more. But yes, it is quite broken at the moment, so we only have to fertilise it once. But I'm thinking we might do it another time just for the roleplay perspective of it. Unless, of course, they give me an update file before the before it's time to harvest. And I get updates for this daily, so hopefully that will be the case. Right, here we are in the field now. Let's get our beacon lights off. We'll set up another course play because we are not going to be doing this, unfortunately, because we still have to finish off in the JCB. So we'll set this to field work. What field did I say this was? 10. No, 11. Sorry, not 10. I think it is a 3-meter plough. This. Just have a check. A 3-meter plough. Keep it on 2.8. Starting corner is going to be southwest. I just went past it. Southwest, heading east. We'll give it 3 headlands, and we'll do them after, and we're going to go clockwise. Generate the course and see what that looks like. What the heck? Guys? What the heck? What is going on? Right then, so at the end of that pass, we'll go into our next one here. Now this wheat around the edge of the field, unfortunately I cannot get. I tried to go over it with a plough like 3 times, but it's outside the field boundaries, so unfortunately we can't get it. So the only way to get rid of that is to allow create field with the plough and extend our field, which I'm not sure I want to do, unfortunately. Let's get that lower down, and we'll continue down this path. So I think I'm going to leave it here, guys, because all we have to do now is go up and down this field about 100 more times. We're only halfway done on our first set, so technically we're about a quarter of the way done, so not good at all. So I'm going to leave it here. Thank you very, very much for joining me in this episode of... Where are we? Chellington Farm, sorry. My head's all over the place. Thank you for joining me on this episode of Chellington. If you did enjoy, please tap that thumbs up button, it really does mean a lot. Hit subscribe to see more from myself. I've been Simulate Gaming, and I'll see you in the next one.